Hey man, T from the P. Had to lay something down on this. Shout out Age. Shout out Christ. Listen to me real quick.
Oh my God, is this Christ?
Yo, everything takes time, so don't ever try to waste mine. I don't got a lot of it. Stop bugging me, cause I'm tired of it. If you want, then we can link up. Just roll up, I'm finna spark it up. I smoke on runs, he burns shisha like sheesh. Just cop a new phone like who is this? I got a big head like Stewie's is, but I'm still a stupid shit. She fell in love like Cupid hit. If I said I'm doing it, then believe I'm going through with it. Cause loyalty, I'm true to it. I can't help it, I'm too used to it. I'm sipping on some juice and gin. You might think I'm like snooping in. The winning team, you root for them. I'm from the base, so we always win. I don't do what's recommended, but if you do shit, I commend it. I cross the line, but I'm not finished. If you know me, you know I'm not kidding. How can you laugh at a masterpiece? You capping at max capacity. I'm not even trying this half the speed. If I did, you would have to look back to see. You would swim with the sharks with your back to the sea. Now you never ever want to go back to the beach. Now if that don't seem like catfishing, I don't know what that shit means.
Camping outside from 5 to 5, tents on the ride, coat 45, I'm plotting. I know where you wait, I know where you work, soon on the shit, I know when you clock in. Dressed in all black, stocking cap in my lap, I'm strapped. Hatch is playing cause all they give a nigga straps, and perhaps the fact I wouldn't wanna be in seat don't match. Got rope, got tape, so soap, might tape, the whole thing. Whole tank of propane, just in case my DNA on the scene make it blow up. A nigga about to plunge, I guess, I had to let the fear digest. Now you about to feel my stress. Once I press this unlock, no stop, yeah, here's my best. Creeping through your window, my end goal is simple. Hit, go, get gone. I'm hoping that it ain't nobody home. When you getting later home, you gon' look around and wonder like, too late, you been raid. It's payday and you paid. Get braid, get sprayed. That's how you get a grave or a bag on your hip where your shit stay. Leave no name like, gotta get a nigga enemies. Even if it means everybody enemies. You should've changed up your tendencies. Now you ran to some dignities. How you up, think you finna leave? Nope, nope, nobody. Sympathy, don't got it. Your wallet, my wallet. What you pray, whole body. Coming, don't got it, that's why. Somebody's not me. Somebody's not me. Somebody's not me. Somebody's not me.
She got me feeling some feelings I ain't felt in a while. She got me thinking about marriage and her having my child. I buy her favorite with wine to give her all of my time. I thank the Lord for bringing her in my life. Yeah. We've been friends now for quite some time, and Lord knows more than friends is what I want in my mind. I told her how I feel, now our friendship's been jeopardized. She's blocking all my love, I give her space and some time. I fell in love with my friend, I don't apologize, no. Even though our friendship has been jeopardized, I give her space and give her time. Every day that passes by, it's hard to get her out my mind. She's truly one of a kind. Love and friendship's hard to find. I can find another love, but don't wanna put in the time. I don't mean to moan and whine, I'm just really feeling hurt. I've been in love before, but this time was like the first. I've been hurt before, but this time was like the worst. I'm dealing with this pain as I write it in this verse. Yeah, come on. Love is bliss and love is blind. Love is often sought after, love is hard to find. And even though I'm seeking love, I gotta keep in mind, I gotta love myself first, I need some space and time. I try to go about my day and keep her out my mind. Getting money, focused on my hustle and my grind. Sometimes after 1 a.m. she crosses through my mind. I think about our good times just to laugh, so not to cry. I still love her, if she needs me, she can hit my line. If she's hungry, needs some gas, or wants some barefoot wine. Love and friendship is something that is hard to find. I fell in love with my best friend, I don't apologize, no. I fell in love with my friend. I don't apologize. No. I hope and pray our friendship hasn't been jeopardized. Yeah. Thug nasty.
Hey, I just dropped my nuts on 'em. Ay, got these niggas mad cause I don't fuck with them. If it ain't about a bag, that I can't fuck with them. Tryna hurt my family, we gon' up on them. Yeah, we gon' up on them. I just dropped my nuts on them. Got these niggas mad cause I don't fuck with them. If it ain't about a bag, that I can't fuck with them. Tryna hurt my family, we gon' up on them. Yeah, we gon' up on them. I had to drop my nuts on them. Niggas mad, I don't fuck with them. Glock 17s, we stuffing. Run up them bags and double it. Man, pass me the bag, you fumbling. Say that shit with your chest, you mumbling. Might drop me a tape when the summer hit. Only real niggas I'm fucking with. Hey, shout out to gang, my brother's lit. I'm all about a bag, fuck a bitch. AC the Ream, I can never switch. Reach my chain, you getting hit. Real niggas, yeah, they feeling this. They like Ream, we killing it. And I'm going up. And I can't stop with the ceiling is. And I talk about money, you been dismissed. I'm getting bread, fuck it this. I stay with a shooter, he gon' switch. I'm all about money, I'm focused. Niggas don't like me, I notice. 650 with the coldest. Murder cap, nigga no cap. I'm tryna hit him with boulders. I'm mixing some rock with the Bel Air. I'm killing myself, but I don't care. I feel like a self-made millionaire. I ain't got it yet, but I'm getting there. 30 rounds next to my underwear. Glock 24, get him out of there. When you in the streets, ain't no playing fair. Play with the family, take it there. I just dropped my nuts on 'em. Got these niggas mad cause I don't fuck with them. If it ain't about a bag, that I can't fuck with them. Tryna hurt my family, we gon' up on them. Yeah, we gon' up on them. I just dropped my nuts on them. Got these niggas mad cause I don't fuck with them. If it ain't about a bag, that I can't fuck with them. Tryna hurt my family, we gon' up on them. Yeah, we gon' up on them.
Straight up, thuggish, rockish bone. Bitch, I'm doper than a crack stone. Money counted in my home. Throw it off, sound like a fax phone. Government funded, section 8, trapping it off the track phone. I don't take no breaks, re-up right before my sack gone. Shout out my niggas, fishing off the tier, 25 plus years. Needle on the chair, death in their eyes, cold headed y'all stairs. PLR car, NorCal bear. Anything less, I really don't care. You ain't shit without your homeboys, okay, nigga. I got 2 clips, you ain't even got to share. Niggas gon' see what the doors pop. Pitbull bit on my jaw lock. Bitch, I think I'm Mac Dre. You little bitch, I think I'm Tupac. Can't stop, won't stop feeling myself. No code, only do the drill myself. Niggas acting like it's good. Fucking with the fam, you don't want no problems and kill yourself. Shots to a motherfucker face. Put my nuts on your bitch. Shit, how my dick taste? You ain't talking bag, talking bag up. Give me space, talking reckless on the rock. I'm going up. Getting raised, little bitch.
I just dropped my nuts on 'em. Got these niggas mad cause I don't fuck with them. If it ain't about a bag, that I can't fuck with them. Tryna hurt my family, we gon' up on them. Yeah, we gon' up on them. I just dropped my nuts on them. Got these niggas mad cause I don't fuck with them. If it ain't about a bag, that I can't fuck with them. Tryna hurt my family, we gon' up on them. Yeah, we gon' up on them.
She got me feeling some feelings I ain't felt in a while. She got me thinking about marriage and her having my child. I buy her favorite with wine to give her all of my time. I thank the Lord for bringing her in my life. Yeah. We've been friends now for quite some time, and Lord knows more than friends is what I want in my mind. I told her how I feel, now our friendship's been jeopardized. She's blocking all my love, I give her space and some time. I fell in love with my friend, I don't apologize, no. Even though our friendship has been jeopardized, I give her space and give her time. Every day that passes by, it's hard to get her out my mind. She's truly one of a kind. Love and friendship's hard to find. I can find another love, but don't wanna put in the time. I don't mean to moan and whine, I'm just really feeling hurt. I've been in love before, but this time was like the first. I've been hurt before, but this time was like the worst. I'm dealing with this pain as I write it in this verse. Yeah, come on. Love is bliss and love is blind. Love is often sought after, love is hard to find. And even though I'm seeking love, I gotta keep in mind, I gotta love myself first. I need some space and time. I try to go about my day and keep her out my mind. Getting money, focused on my hustle and my grind. Sometimes after 1 a.m. she crosses through my mind. I think about our good times just to laugh, so not to cry. I still love her. If she needs me, she can hit my line. If she's hungry, needs some gas, or wants some barefoot wine. Love and friendship is something that is hard to find. I fell in love with my best friend, I don't apologize. No. I fell in love with my friend, I don't apologize. No. I hope and pray our friendship hasn't been jeopardized. Yeah. Thug nasty.
Welcome to the Bay Area, that yay area. We break barriers cause we way scarier. With our great characters, we way spectacular. There once was a little Asian girl who came from the Bay. Now she's a great as a woman who grew up from the 408. So you can be someone in New York, be someone else in LA. But when you come to SF, be yourself is pretty damn great. Okay, so she didn't care about her math or about her grades or being a lawyer or a doctor. She just really wanted to create. Turned 18 and got on her way. Went to an art college, being all gay. Experiment, living in her lane. Now she was 415 every single day. Yay, 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 yay. Welcome to the Bay. This is the area to be in a nutshell. What else is there to say? Speak the realest shit ever. Then well, do you truly believe in her desire? This album, this bombshell. This is her fire. Listen to her excel. This is hip hop 106.1. This is KMEL. Yo, this girl from the Bay AA hitting your airwaves. You know, you must just give her your most undivided attention. Yes, cause she's all done asking for permission. She's all ready to bust. You don't hear it often, but when you do, Tifa is a name you can trust. Welcome to the Bay Area, that yay area. We break barriers cause we way scarier. With our great characters, we way spectacular.
Yeah, Oakland, Vallejo, San Francisco, Richmond, San Jose. Stand up, yay area. We yay spectacular, baby. Yee.
Look, she ain't got no empty bars. She's an MC spitting hard with a whole lot of heart. This is her city and it's inspired arts. From 16th and Mission, the very start, to Dolores Park, where she go march, then to Embarcadero to Oakland. She's going through that blue line bar. Wait, okay, I'ma go ballistic from a capitalistic systemic vision like ham. Hard as a motherfucker, cause wait, this is conscious rap like damn. If you know me, dismantle the police, get with the program. This is New Year's Eve, 09. Please stop lying. Peace to Oscar Grant. Now, come back to the boom boom room where we will resume, bringing all that's conscious to your conscience, from womb to tomb, spitting knowledge through the classrooms, all the way into your homeroom, back to school, out of the Zoom, to real life where we gotta bloom. This is the Bay, the yay, every single day, we live it up, pray, going all the way, brave, all around the world, we the best, yay, touche. There's nothing left to say, shit's fire, so pour it up onto the flambe. Queen Tifa is here to help you, trust her, cause she is not here to play. Welcome to the Bay Area, that yay area. We break barriers, cause we way scarier. With our great characters, we way spectacular, way spectacular, like way, I'm talking way, spectacular,
Yeah, we yay spectacular, baby.
Hella.
Bay Area stand up, black, brown unity. Christ one on the beats, H. Scott, T for motherfucking love, yo.
Yeah. See, you see, I'm just a young nigga from the V with a dream of making it past my city. So if Hova don't want to sign me, I make them fight me like 50. Grinding and really tough. I know the times will be gritty, but fuck the game. I'm a milking for what it's worth. Can you feel me? Turn on the TV, I swear to God it's never been clearer. Staring right into my future like looking in a mirror. With high resolve, pushing and give my all, and having my mama no longer stressing its own reward. I'm swinging my knuckles, beating the wall. These labels give me no credit, they dodging and ducking calls. They tell me they want the numbers, but say shit that's so bizarre. Like, look what time you'll be great, but won't invest in me at all. These critics are always hating on me. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever live out my dreams. Shit, life is never what it seems. So fuck it all, this is by that young nigga from the V.
Real niggas, real life, real grind. 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 You see, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
When I was falling, nobody offered their hands out. Killing with these lyrics, he murderous written, hands down. I'm fighting to be the only rapper who stands out. My father's gone, I guess that makes me the man now. Look, my rap game's so phenomenal. Working on this artistry, it's hard to be so logical. Niggas in my way, I target practice with these obstacles. Cut these haters down with lyrical rounds like a chopper do. I'ma prove you a real ass bitch, that's what your real ass gets. Tear him open, lyrics potent, watch his real ass switch. Now he's soaking, never joking with these real ass clips. Verses in your fucking life, that's some real ass shit. They say I'm cocky, I gotta be, let me stand tall. You haters whispering, life is plotting my downfall. But I ain't stopping till one day my father sees, smiling down on me in heaven. I made it, this young nigga from the V.
Real niggas, real life, real real niggas, real life, real right. You see, I'm ready to go. You see, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Real life, real right. Real niggas, real life, real right. Real niggas, real life, real right. Real niggas, real life, real right. You see, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. You see, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Like the trick, so I never call back. Always on my grind, so I never fall flat. Pray to God, but he never talks back. Looking to the stars, but the night is all black. Hard times following me. Pursuing the lesson, living the dream. Life is never what it seems. After all, you see, I'm just a young nigga from the V.
Yeah, come on. His swag is up, money he has enough. Yummy, how could I pass him up? We in the club, we drunk, we passing cups. He whispered he wants me, he want me to gas him up. But I ain't no passenger, I'm a rider. You won't see everyone inside her. Like a 300 Chrysler, fly pair of jeans, fresh kicks, nice shirt. What that ice word? He never looking at price first. He ain't cheap with a wallet and deep with knowledge. I'm a self-made diva, believe I keep it solid. And they don't really know that I'm a secret closet freakaholic. Now I'm feeling like those rounds of drinks were. Let's go to the left with no blinkers. I'm wet. He's the backyard sprinklers. We on the way for this R&B singer.
Gas in the CL smash on the D12 candy paint just because I'm fresh like a diesel. Gonna pick you up with the top drop pill. Pop a bottle of my wet right there. And sure as day, you can tell anywhere you wanna go. Money ain't a bag up and no spin my life. I'm a really cool thing. Rock with your cool thing. Come on, baby, choose me.
I put on lingerie, you put on Marvin Gaye. I know I got you starving way. You remind me of Brett Favre the way you keep coming back. Matter of fact, you running back to get under that. Old school wanna play a game of hide and go get it. Same rules when you finally go hit it. You good with women? Come on, keep the party hot. Squeeze the lemon, doing tequila body shots. Blame it on the drone, I need a sip slower. He licking off my neck, hips, shoulders, my chest, lips, got my body flipped over. Both of us tipsy, the bottle tipped over. I'm losing on purpose, we playing strip poker. Cause you the one I wanna rip close for. Slip on the thing and I'ma slide it like a stripper pole. So we both cripple.
Or somebody gas in the CL smash on the V12 candy pack just because I'm fresh like a diesel. Gonna pick you up with the top drop pill, pop a bottle of my wet right there. Sure was dating tell anywhere you wanna go. Money ain't a thing, I've been known to spend a lot of love. I'm a really cool thing, rock with your cool thing. Come on baby, choose me, be my lady.
Was kissing by 10 before 11 p.m. We was getting it in, cause he got it like that. Yeah, I got it like that. Cause he got it like that. Yeah, I got it like that. We hooked up at 9, was kissing by 10 before 11 p.m. We was getting it in, cause he got it like that. Yeah, I got it like that. Cause he got it like that. Yeah, I got it like that. I was blessed with this incredible song to match my incredible dong. The bra matches my edible thong that matches these stiletto heels. Have a taste of this milkshake. Grab your knife, take a slice of my little cake. How much pressure can a B12 steering wheel take? Ride it, okay, to my stiletto heels.
Gas in the CL smash on the V12 candy pack just because I'm fresh like a diesel. Gonna pick you up with the top drop down, pop a bottle of my wet right there. Cause you're a mistake. Tell anywhere you wanna go. Money ain't a thing, I've been known to spend a lot of love. I'm a really cool thing, rock with your cool thing. Come on baby, choose me, be my lady.
You ain't shit, nigga. Nigga, I know where you from, nigga. You ain't that type, nigga. You frontin' for, nigga. You ain't even like that for real.
You ain't gon' make it, you basic. The fuck you thinking? You gon' drown and come back killing shit, nigga? You think you Jason? Hell nah, if you fail, I'll just embrace it. You waiting on your break is nothing but a waste of patience. I know rappers that's killers, I know rappers that's hard. You ain't squeezing them triggers, you ain't one of them bars. You rap how they rap, and shuffle how they shuffle, but don't act how they act, or hustle how they hustle. That's why they don't discuss you. Your lifestyle should discuss you. No hoe I know will less you. Your team can't even trust you. Your head just shot, your shit got blocked, go back to 9 to 5. Everybody fail, cuz pay the shit no man. In fact, rap the name, fill it up with lead. Just to clear your man, put it to your head. Trust me, you'll be fine. Jackie, don't be scared. Squeezing, you gon' end up everywhere. What's going on in my life? I swear I need to get my mind right. Man, I don't know what to believe. Someone, could you come and help me, please? I got these voices in my head now. I got these voices in my head now. You getting old, Jack. Where your hoes at? You got dough, Jack. What you out here doing? Pitching nicks? Who you know back? Man, you need to get your soul back. Shit is so whack. Inside the game, these niggas lame and caking, and you know that. All you need's a hit and proof. You that nigga flaunting. If you wanna know the hit and truth, you keep yourself dormant. You got no opponents. You are all alone, and it's important that you notice you are not gonna make it unless you are focused. You scared, nigga? Unprepared, nigga? You don't like hoes, huh? You don't like head, nigga? You can't like money, dog. Look how you cared, nigga. You like to sleep, don't you? You like the bed, nigga. My nigga, dive in. Quit your hiding. Stop your whining. Get yourself inside them presidents like you Biden. Get a team. Yeah, get some green, then divide it. Don't let me talk again. I'm tired of this. I got emotions in my head now. What's going on in my life? I swear I need to get my mind right. I got emotions in my head now. Man, I don't know what to believe. Someone, could you come and help me, please? I got these voices in my head now. these voices in my head now.
I hear voices in my head sometimes. Y'all don't hear that. Y'all don't hear that. Okay, never mind. I can think every time I blink. I see myself bleeding. Curse these demons. Man, I need a shrink. Oh God. I hear voices in my head sometimes. Y'all don't hear that. Y'all don't hear that. Okay, never mind. I can think every time I blink. I see myself bleeding. Curse these demons. Man, I need a shrink. Oh God.
What's going on in my life? I swear I need to get my mind right. Man, I don't know what to believe. Someone, could you come and help me, please? I got these voices in my head now. I got these voices in my head now.
See me, I'm from a bloodline of hustlers, head of the streets, either respected, loved, hated, or fit in the streets. Don't want no problems, but I leave your ass a smear in the streets. Only the strong survive. If you weak, we delete. Mission complete. I'm born of innocence, but a villain. Been through a whole bunch of shit just to get my hands on some millions. Just a civilian until you get to playing with me, and then you find I got that ESO-AK up in me. My whole mindset is money, make some and invest it. It busts a whole lot of moves just to taste the succession. Been denied by my people, each and every last one of y'all. Obviously, I don't need none of y'all. Watch me, baby, I'm a ball. Teach you how to be a billionaire. And if I don't make it, fucking yeah, I'll be a millionaire. I'm from the ghetto where the children end up being killers, yeah. And boys, we ain't careful in them streets of killers, yeah. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grade, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grade, close range, good night, bro. Your parents to managers, just post-traumatic situations, permanent damages. We all wanna be gangsters, but we just amateurs. It's us against these police niggas that wanna hammer us. Dear Mr. President, what in the fuck you thinking? Poverty was a plan put together by y'all. Let that sink in. The ghetto was created for black people. We hated our children are cremated once they have been sedated. Education is the lowest, there's no room to debate it. The welfare is the trap, the healthcare ain't the greatest. You can't persuade us. Minimum wage, it ain't gonna pay us. That's how we end up hustlers, gangsters and players. Cause ain't nobody laying down, broke stomachs on empty. Got too many mouths to feed, don't wanna tempt me. My hustle is whatever my struggle's not. Started out the Ant-Man, now your boy's the goddamn juggernaut. I was taught to hug the block, tug and squeeze, bust the Glock. Never give up, easy, keep running, nigga, fuck cops. Gotta get your money, it's real. You gotta get your money, it's real. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grade, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grade, close range, good night, bro. This back when y'all was riding bikes, busting willies. I was out here teaching niggas how to grind. Sideways on you suckers, teaching rappers how to rhyme. Got this non-coolest student teaching niggas how to die. Got this coke, cook it up, teach you how to make it crack. Well, we came from nothing, so I know you could relate to that. Fact is fact, fuck the world, fuck your girl. When I catch you, fuck you think you playing with. I would think you know better. My Beretta say you alter several shots. When I caught you, it's too late for a Dr. Paul. Bearers in the altar, what you need. Once they stuff you in that coffin, point for all that tough talking. The people might have fell for it, my non knew you was balking. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Even the good die young when they fucking with bruh. I'm about the money. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Even the good die young when they fucking with bruh. I'm about that money. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grade, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the the smalls of my back. And some other lives I wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro.
We have a multitude of cool motherfuckers coming through tonight. And for the fact that we're already on this energy within 3 minutes of the show means
See me, I'm from a bloodline of hustlers, heir to the streets, either respected, loved, hated, or fit in the streets. Don't want no problems, but I leave your ass a smear in the streets. Only the strong survive. If you weak, we delete. Mission complete. I'm born of innocence, but a villain. Been through a whole bunch of shit just to get my hands on some millions. Just a civilian until you get to playing with me, and then you find I got that ESO-AK up in me. My whole mindset is money, make some and invest it. It busts a whole lot of moves just to taste the succession. Been denied by my people, each and every last one of y'all. Obviously, I don't need none of y'all. Watch me, baby, I'm a ball. Teach you how to be a billionaire. And if I don't make it, fucking chair, I'll be a millionaire. I'm from the ghetto where the children end up being killers, yeah. And boy, if we ain't careful, then them streets are killers, yeah. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm kneeling in the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm kneeling in the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. Parents to managers, just post-traumatic situations, permanent damages. We all wanna be gangsters, but we just amateurs. It's us against these police niggas that wanna hammer us. Dear Mr. President, what in the fuck you thinking? Poverty was a plan put together by y'all. Let that sink in. The ghetto was created for black people. We hated our children are cremated once they have been sedated. Education is the lowest, there's no room to debate it. The welfare is the trap, the healthcare ain't the greatest. You can't persuade us. Minimum wage, it ain't gonna pay us. That's how we end up hustlers, gangsters and players. Cause ain't nobody laying down, broke stomachs on empty. Got too many mouths to feed, don't wanna tempt me. My hustle is whatever my struggles not. Started out the Ant-Man, now your boy's the goddamn juggernaut. I was taught to hug the block, tug and squeeze, bust the Glock. Never give up, easy, keep running, nigga, fuck cops. Gotta get your money, it's real. You gotta get your money, it's real. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm kneeling the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm kneeling the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. This back when y'all was riding bikes, busting willies. I was out here teaching niggas how to grind. Sideways, so you suckers teaching rappers how to rhyme. Got this 9 coolest shooter teaching niggas how to die. Got this coke, cook it up, teach you how to make it crack. Well, we came from nothing, so I know you could relate to that. Fact is fact, fuck the world, fuck your girl. When I catch you, fuck you think you playing with. I would think you know better. My director say you ought to several shots. When I caught you, it's too late for a Dr. Paul. Bearers in the altar, what you need. Once they stuff you in that coffin, point for all that tough talking. The people might have fell for it, my 9 knew you was balking. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Even the good die young when they fucking with bruh. I'm about the money. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Even the good die young when they fucking with bruh. I'm about that money. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm kneeling the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm kneeling the smalls on my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro.
we have a multitude of cool motherfuckers coming through tonight. And for the fact that we're already on this energy within 3 minutes of the show means
It's gonna be. She gon' make it clap. I'ma show her style. She gon' throw it back. I'ma blow a rag. Lemon pepper wings. We bout to smoke a pad. Drinking the coke and jack on my open tab. I like to see my independent women winning. Get it, flip and spend it. Stay about your business and your benefits. She way up there, getting dizzy spinning. She ready to make that ass drop any minute. Niggas be Superman, Captain Kirk, and the waitress is serving, the strippers is twerking for burgers, for gaming is working. Literally, niggas be bitter for weeks, cause all you got from her is some glitter on your cheek. She made a phony plan for a lonely man, so he dropped 40 bands on her OnlyFans. He had dreams of holding hands on the sand. Should've listened to your homies. Damn, she on that Polish
can drop it down low. Yeah, my bottle chips, get your stacks every night. Little baby ain't about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot, she can drop it down low. Yeah, my bottle chips, get her stacks every night. Little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, yeah, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot it. Yeah, thunderstorm when I'm in the building. Bring a few bottles. Yeah, I'm chillin', hit the stage and watch her clap it. Draw them goons, little mama a magnet. Top shelf, she don't do them lanes. She'll break them pockets. It's not a game. Want a mouth off? She dustin' and disgusting. Better play them cards right. I wouldn't trust her. She can drop it down low. Yeah, my bottle chips. Get her stacks every night. Little baby ain't about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot, she can drop it down low. Yeah, my bottle chips, get her stacks every night. Little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot, yeah.
Blessing. You've given me more than I've ever had. Now I'm so sad.
See me, I'm from a bloodline of hustlers, heir to the streets, either respected, loved, hated, or fit in the streets. Don't want no problems, but I'll leave your ass a smear in the streets. Only the strong survive, if you weak, we delete. Mission complete, I'm born of innocence, but a villain. Been through a whole bunch of shit just to get my hands on some millions. Just a civilian, until you get to playing with me. And then you find I got that ESO-AK up in me. My whole mindset is money, make some and invest it. It busts a whole lot of moves just to taste the succession. Been denied by my people, each and every last one of y'all. Obviously, I don't need none of y'all. Watch me, baby, I'm a ball. Teach you how to be a billionaire. And if I don't make it, fucking chair, I'll be a millionaire. I'm from the ghetto where the children end up being killers, yeah. And boy, if we ain't careful in them streets of killers, yeah.
All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the smalls on my back. And all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grade, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the smalls on my back. And all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grade, close range, good night, bro.
Parents to managers, just post-traumatic situations, permanent damages. We all wanna be gangsters, but we just amateurs. It's us against these police niggas that wanna hammer us. Dear Mr. President, what in the fuck you thinking? Poverty was a plan put together by y'all. Let that sink in. The ghetto was created for black people. We hated. Our children are cremated once they have been sedated. Education is the lowest. There's no room to debate it. The welfare is the trap. The healthcare ain't the greatest. You can't persuade us. Minimum wage, it ain't gonna pay us. That's how we end up hustlers, gangsters, and players. Cause ain't nobody laying down. Broke stomachs on empty. Got too many mouths to feed. Don't wanna tempt me. My hustle is whatever my struggle's not. Started out the Ant-Man. Now your boy's the goddamn juggernaut. I was taught to hug the block, tug and squeeze, bust the Glock. Never give up, easy, keep running, nigga. Fuck cops. Gotta get your money, it's real. You gotta get your money, it's real.
All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm ill in the smalls on my back. And all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grade, close range, good night, bro. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. 9 mil in the smalls of my back. And some other life I wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain? In case you range, I was nice, bro. Business back when y'all was riding bikes, busting willies. I was out here teaching niggas how to grind. Sideways, so you suckers teaching rappers how to rhyme. Got this non-coolish shooter teaching niggas how to die. Got this coke, cook it up, teach you how to make it crack. Well, we came from nothing, so I know you could relate to that. Fact is fact, fuck the world, fuck your girl. When I catch you, fuck you think you playing with. I would think you know better. My director say you ought to several shots. When I caught you, it's too late for a Dr. Paul. Bearers and the also what you need. Once they stuff you in that coffin, point for all that tough talking. The people might have fell for it. My nine knew you was balking. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Even the good die young when they fucking with bruh. I'm about the money. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Even the good die young when they fucking with bruh. I'm about that money. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. 9 mil in the smalls of my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. 9 mil in the smalls of my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hey, Anna, you in the building?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you ready to start this?
Yeah.
Right, everybody. Anna's Global History Radio. Let's go.
Let's go. What's up?
What is going on?
How you doing?
Do all this to get this right here.
Okay, got my volume's up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So, yeah. You got a new setup?
It's not a new setup, but it updated itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta figure out how to. There's certain things I gotta figure out how to do with it. It's on a new screen and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you don't usually look. Yeah, you don't usually seem that close to it. So, yeah. Okay, so where's my note here? So it's been a couple weeks. I hope everybody had a good time last week with last time we were here was with Coach Kim.
Yep.
Yeah. I was a little starstruck. You know, when you like have somebody come on your Zoom that you've only seen on TV, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Now you gotta tell me how you hooked that up. How did that go?
Well, I saw I saw her for the first time testifying in Congress for the Fairness in Women's Sports Act. And that's where I heard her story, which was she was a lacrosse coach who was basically hounded out of her job for expressing her opinion and her opinion about the belief that women's sports should be for women's and girls only. And one of the things I thought was really interesting about Kim was that her life had been sports. You know, she played sports her whole life. She went to college on an athletic scholarship. All the work she's done since then has been in sports. So I just wasn't that aware. And so her story was one of the things that got me really interested in this issue and very concerned about this issue because a scholarship changes your whole life. I mean, there's things that you look at in life where you can be thinking certain things are just instrumental. So when I've been arguing about this, I've been talking to people about girls being denied athletic scholarships because males get them. So I don't want to say that I mean, obviously, they're gonna do other things with their life. So I don't want to come across like I think their life is over, but that is just so huge. Where you go to college, whether you have a scholarship or not, that can just change everything. Like getting a college scholarship for a lot of people means that it's so much more than just the job you get, because that can mean the difference between coming out of college with huge student loans or coming out with not many or with none or not many. And it means that you have choices. And when you look at opportunities for women in sports, it's so small anyway, but somebody like Kim is going to be coaching, and then you look at, okay, well, there's sports broadcasting. I mean, it's an industry. There's going to be different jobs. And so if a girl doesn't get that scholarship at age 18, that can mean not going to college. It can mean it can mean not being able to work in that field at all, because there's not many slots for women. And it's very competitive. So that's why I think it's so important. And she talked about, I think my sister went to Oberlin, and so I thought of it as a somewhat more liberal place. And so I wrote Kim on Twitter just saying, hey, I'm like, I really appreciated what you had to say. I mean, I'm a Democrat. So we were corresponding about that, and I felt that the issue of single sex accommodations and opportunities has been something that it's important for me to discuss, because I am in a mostly liberal crowd. People need to hear it. And because I don't have a job that I can get fired from, a lot of women have gotten fired for expressing their opinions. And I'm going to get to a couple of those, but people lose friends. And I've talked about young people are real scared to speak up because they're afraid of losing all their friends. And when you're young, that's everything to you. And I have friends that are sane, but I mean, I've lost some friends over they weren't real. I don't know, a couple of them were kind of friends. They weren't people that were that important to me. Facebook friends and a friend, and, I mean, some people that were friends, but I didn't lose any sleep over it. But I just tried to keep the discussion going as much as possible. But when somebody became too verbally abusive or disrespectful toward me, I would block them, because that's hopeless. But I got a private message from somebody saying, I agree with you, but I've already lost a grant for the nonprofit he runs because of being called transphobic. And I've been corresponding with my cousin, who's very supportive of it, but she runs a nonprofit. And another friend of mine, I mean, people I know that, and I just completely support that, because if you it's not even just getting fired. I mean, if you are associated with your organization, and if somebody decides not to give you a grant because of your opinions, because of the personal opinions of somebody, it's not fair, but that is going to damage the communities, the causes that you're trying to serve. So I've been on Twitter. I was on Twitter quite a bit, just building up comments and support visibility. I was corresponding with some people in Seattle. I was because of fucking Seattle. There's an event in Seattle that is going to be about the issue about women's athletics, and the fucking Seattle Library issued a statement about it, like, because people claim that these groups are hate groups, and they're not. It's not hateful to believe in single sex spaces. And I was I would be trying to get that across to people, and I would be saying, like, I disagree with you, but I don't think you're a bad person. Why are you telling me that I'm a bad person for my views? I don't think you're bad, you're being an asshole, but I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think that I think their beliefs are wrong, but I'm not going to call them names. I'm not going to condemn them. So that is.
So, in your opinion, why do you think people are trying to start this agenda of having transgenders in the same like sports with women?
Because there's communities of, okay, so um some of it is real, an element of it is cult like, and I'm not making this up. This is what other people are saying, and it just became, I think people seized on it as virtue signaling, that okay, this is something I can talk about and sound really caring. It fucked the Democrats, basically. I mean, there were people, not just people I know, because of, I mean, I was connecting with women who were very involved in this issue, who were voting for Trump because of it. And so, but yeah, I mean, they were activists anyway. I'm not sure, but my brother went by a Trump rally and was chatting with people, and he said a woman there told him that she'd switch to Trump because he said he's going to get boys out of girls sports, because the underlying belief, the only a man, only not only, it is male entitlement to believe that you are a woman because you say you're a woman, therefore you do not, therefore you can do what you want and you can go where you want. I mean, and that's the thing that is just so taboo to say. I mean, I don't want to go where nobody wants me. I don't want to go someplace where people are uncomfortable. I mean, if I can possibly avoid it, I mean, I don't know, maybe in some situations I'd have to, but yeah, I mean, if a group of people is going to be uncomfortable with me going someplace, I'm not going to go there. And most women, many, and decent, plenty of men, believe me. I mean, it's not just male, it's male asshole entitlement. And there is a belief that some of the real aggressive people pushing this agenda are not even transgender. Okay, because I mean, part of it, I mean, I have known, because transgender people were part of the gay community. I mean, I've known trans people for 30 years. And so the old school, how transgender used to be was people wanted to pass, they wanted to fit in. That was the fucking point. I mean, and so most people, basically, they wanted to become a different gender so they could live their life. And so that's kind of, and that's coming from, I mean, there's a friend of mine that's trans, he's a female to male transgender person, but he will say he's not, he'll be like, I'm not a man. I'm, you can't change your sex. And they believe that they believe that gender is the same as sex. And, gender is an idea. And, you can talk about pretty much, I mean, you can't, so sure, think whatever you want about gender, but you can't change your sex. That's just impossible. So it it kind of became, I think maybe people trying to like compete with each other, because now, my brother was saying, like, when did everybody have to start putting their pronouns in their email signatures? I don't. Um, but yeah, and the fucking Democrats just missed the boat big time for the Protection of Women's Sports Act. They all voted against it. And when Kim was on the show, she was talking about how some of the Democratic reps in Congress, when she spoke to them, were just like on their phones when she was speaking. And like, fuck you, girls. You're a member of Congress. You're supposed to put your fucking phone down. This is a congressional hearing. And so, like, I was listening to, there was a quote from a Democratic congressman today, and he's saying, like, I have daughters. I don't want, and I'm not supposed to say that I don't want boys playing with them. And, I mean, how Biden would like, trans people, we've got you. And they've just managed to fuck with language so much, because they'll say, I try to change the language as much as possible, because they say trans rights. Well, no, you are asking for extra rights. Transgender people have the same rights as everybody else. You're asking to have stuff that belongs to women. You're asking to be in women's space. And one of the things that's so fucked up is that transgender women can come to rape shelters. And so, and then they make it into this whole big blah, blah, you don't want to help us. And, so I was writing on Twitter, like, yes, there should absolutely be protection for them when they're assaulted. And if you people figure out a solution to, like, their solution is to invade women's spaces. And the paper didn't, one of my letters to the editor was published, and another one wasn't. But there's this idea of, now that Trump's elected, blah, blah, my trans kid's not safe. Like, okay, when they say that, they are talking about, and plenty of people, I don't even believe that there are trans kids, but that's a whole nother issue. So for the sake of argument, when they say that, they are talking to male to female trans kids. They're talking about boys that say they're girls. That is always what they mean. So I was use the language, use accurate language. I even stopped saying trans women. I'm putting down male to female transsexuals because they had this whole argument that they were, and I was going along with it for a while. They were insisting that, like, okay, there's transgender women who are male to female transsexuals, and then there's people like me are cisgender. And I remember like years ago when this came up, I was like, what the fuck? Why should I have to like change what I call myself? And I did for a while in certain conversations where it seemed to matter, but now I'm just, or with sometimes with writing, but now I'm not anymore at all. I will not. So, okay, so they're talking about, so I was writing, so basically the issue is they are saying that their boy that thinks he's a girl isn't safe in the boys' room, so he should go to the girls' room. So basically, so I was writing saying like, okay, how about you just stop? How about you manage the behavior of boys to not bully boys that are different from them? Whatever. There's some
And
or
my question would be, how
yeah.
many of them are actually really getting bullied?
Well, that's a good question too.
You know, you know what I'm saying? I've never seen it happen in the bathroom. I don't know if anybody transgender ever came to the bathroom. I never paid attention, but I've never seen it happen.
Well, when we were kids, it wasn't the same. Um, and there when we were kids, it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening that much. It was totally different. But yeah, there is like major cultural stuff with what's going on with it too. But yeah, that is another very good question. Like, okay, how come you can't because when you do that, you're sort of saying like, okay, we're just like, say the trans kid is being bullied, they're gonna bully someone else. That's the thing. I mean, the activists or whatever, what makes me mad is they try and separate trans kids from all kids. And bullying is so, like, basically the attitude is like, okay, well, we're worried about this boy, so we're going to take him out of this space and he can go make girls uncomfortable. Meanwhile, boys can just be beating each other up and we don't care. I mean, that's not the way to address a problem at all. And so, yeah, who knows? We don't know. I really think a lot of the time that adults get trip out more about that stuff than kids do. But, I mean, basically the attitude is, okay, well, we're going to think about this, boy that thinks he's a girl, we're going to make him comfortable and fuck everyone else. And you can't just say, well, why can't they use the handy, they want to do that instead of saying like, okay, well, okay, whatever, this kid's having problems, let them use like the handicap bathroom or something. I mean, I remember especially, I don't know, I think it's just, I remember when the issue was really starting to get prominence, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I remember thinking to myself, like, why are we talking about where kids go to the bathroom? It's just something that, I mean, culture warriors seize on it, basically. And yeah. So that's the kid part. Like when people are just, I mean, somebody I know says it's like a cult because when I posted about I was posting about the prison issue, and a couple of the women that were going at me about that. It was interesting to me because they are about my age, about the same level of education. So it was just interesting to me to see, like, okay, well, who's gonna, it's not that I expect them to think like me, but I do expect women of my generation to have more memories and experiences of feminism and what that is. And so when I was so I was posting about the lawsuit to keep males out of women's prisons, and I said something like, "We'll tell that to," and so they were posting like, these trans women are being raped, but are still being raped in men's prisons. Like, yeah, and that is an issue that the solution isn't to, like, okay, if you want to get involved in prison justice, whatever, in issues, go ahead. I mean, that is an issue that everybody who has anything to do with it knows. And you don't solve that problem by moving men to women's prisons. And like they can transition, like, okay, it would make a little bit more sense to me if it was somebody who really had been living as a woman before they were sent to prison. But dudes can't claim that they're a woman while they're incarcerated and get switched over. I mean, if I were a guy in prison, I'd be all over that. Like, cool. I say I'm a girl. I can just say I'm a girl and I can get switched over to a girl's prison, you know? And then somebody was I think they were, somebody I thought was pretty smart. I posted something and she wrote like, "Well, I hope you know that that group is endorsed by the Heritage Society." And I said, "Well, I don't care." I mean, I was posting I was I was like posting an opinion or something. So I said, like, "I don't care." And then she writes back saying, I don't that well this society has said that this society is a hate group. And I was like, I don't care what they say either. Um and yeah, so that was surprising. Then somebody else was just saying, well, you don't know as much as you think you do. And I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna talk to me that way? I mean, how can you not take the attitude that we disagree? I mean, who the fuck do you think you are? I don't talk to any, I mean, um, of course, like, okay, I'm your fucking peer. Like, why are you gonna think that I don't know what I'm talking about? Why is that more likely to you than us disagreeing? So, but okay, so if Kamala had been elected, my plan was, I mean, I'm not going to switch. I wasn't going to vote for Trump because of this one issue, but I intend to lobby and work on it. I think it's hard for a lot of people to understand this, but the Title IX change was just because it's part, I mean, I think that was Biden. I don't think she really, with the government and people's roles, I just think it's quite possible that she didn't even have anything to do with it. I mean, there is so much going on. I mean, so I simply don't believe that somebody with her experience would not be very concerned about would accept the sexual assault. And then she went on, there were fortunately somebody asked her, well, she fucked up. I mean, one of the interviews they asked her, because there was Trump literature flying around. You kept seeing this under Kamala Harris, the government paid for illegal immigrants to have sex changes. And she should have just denied. I mean, she should have just said no, but it was fucking stupid. When she was asked about this in an interview, she said, well, they're talking about two cases. Because, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of ways that you can say, like, nobody's going to go after him for lying in the first place, but there's all sorts of ways, again, that you can extrapolate pieces of information or something, but she should have explained it. And they were asking her about it. That is the Title IX. She said, we need to follow the law. And I'm like, fuck you, Kamala, give an opinion. And I mean, so much of her, she talks so much about prosecuting rings of human traffickers. I mean, how could she not care about this issue, and how could she not understand it? But it all with so I want males out of women's spaces and opportunities. I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to be Trump's way. So I shut down my Twitter site. I pretty much took all the stuff off my timeline. This was way too heated. I mean, basically, people are freaking out. I feel like I'd be getting people commenting that we're just way too aggressively. And I mean, it's not what I was trying to do was communicate, and I will still try and do that in the right circumstances, but everybody's so freaked out right now. So, but that was quite a bit of what I've been working on the past couple weeks. But what a lot of people don't realize, probably the idiots that were talking to me about, well, you don't know what you don't know. I don't think they realize how global this issue is. I mean, I've been listening once I started learning more about this issue, I learned more about it, how it's working in Europe and in the United Kingdom. All sorts of stuff, sorts of stuff happening. And the aspect that I don't get into publicly, I mean, has to do with children and children being prescribed life-altering drugs and surgery. And that's one of the reasons people are so defensive right now, because it's gonna be a huge medical scandal. I mean, it's going to be bad. I mean, people are not going to be able to continue to deny the damage that's been done to children. But I didn't say, I mean, that's something I stay out of, because I'm not a parent. I'm not a parent, and I don't have any particular expertise on the issue. So I don't think it's good for more people to just be running their mouths. But okay, the state of New York had a ballot called Proposition 1. And okay, so their constitutional protections were race, color, creed, and religion. There was an amendment to change it to add new protections against unequal treatment based on ethnicity, national origin, age, disability, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, pregnancy outcomes, and reproductive health care and autonomy. Fuck that. That is way, I mean, who's gonna even remember all that? And yeah, I mean, yeah, like seriously? I mean, how are you it's like like things aren't, to me it's like, okay, we are not, we don't even have, our society is not even equal with the couple thing, with the few things that are in the Constitution. How are you going to add more? Um, so that's just stupid. Um, but if they say sex and gender identity, they fucking cancel each other out. You cannot put that um, in the same category, because that means that somebody can say, that means that, you know, MTFs, as we used to call them, just MTFs, male to females. That means that they can say they're a woman and take everything from women, basically. So, it was, so this was plugged to people as, okay, it's called expand equal protection provisions. Um, I think that we talked about this before. I don't I don't believe that adding more things is really going to make people treat each other better. I don't believe in making new laws and new rules. I mean, it's already illegal to discriminate. I mean, there's already protection against discrimination. The problem is enforcing it and educating people about, like, employment discrimination is really, really hard to prove. Like, if you don't get a job, they can just say they just didn't like you. It's real hard to prove that it was because of discrimination. So basically, that's not going to get any better by adding more categories. So, I mean, okay, expand equal protection provisions. Even just that phrasing just doesn't, equal is equal. I'm conservative in this respect. I think that you should have few, just, I think there should be fewer rules and fewer laws about stuff like that. And because if they are actually enforced and enacted, you don't need to worry about the other stuff. I mean, yeah. So anyway, expand, but something like this, expand equal protection provisions. I've been following it in New York because there's been a lot of posts about it, that this means that they can't have single sex prisons. And I think I'm not sure how that works statewide and federal wise, but basically that one, 61% to 38%, because I mean, when it comes to legislation, unless you really spend a lot of time with this, most people are going to look at it and be like, oh, expand equal protection. Sure, of course. Yeah. So that's what was going on um, in New York, the state of New York. But then, for example, there is a politician in Australia named Moira Deeming. And the case I was following was a defamation suit, because the issue they have that issue is happening in Australia, the issue of single sex spaces for women, and Moira Deeming supports that. She had some other positions that I think are more conservative than I like, but and again, I mean, it's Australia, it's different culturally so far as like what's conservative and what isn't. So there was a rally called Let Women Speak, and she was there and she spoke, and it got crashed by neo-Nazis. So another politician claimed that she supported Nazis, so she was suspended from her party for 9 months because Nazis crashed the event that she was at. So there was, and I mean, and she like she's working class. She's she's of indigenous descent, and she's a woman. And so basically, here's a guy that like people can say that Let Women Speak, that's an organization that they claim is anti-trans. Like I was looking at it in Wikipedia and even thinking if I wanted to correct it, because you have to keep banging that language because it will say it was an anti-trans rally. No, it was a pro-woman rally. And that's not I'm not anti anyone. So, but they can just keep phrasing it that way to piss people off. And so she's had this defamation trial, and I just periodically would look at it and see what was going on because um I didn't I didn't really understand some of the issues with the politics. Like, okay, was she still, did they kick her out of her elected seat or did they kick her out of the party? I just didn't quite understand that part. But anyway, um, the craziness means that a white dude can smear an indigenous woman because she's in the same vicinity as neo-Nazis. Um, so okay. So what else is going on with this? I'm looking at I've read a lot of really good. Okay. I'm going to talk about some of the books that I've been reading lately, and we'll shoot. Is anybody on the YouTube?
Yeah, Scott's on there. He said hi.
Hey Scott, how you doing? Um So I read a really amazing book called Son of Hamas by Mossab Hassan Youssef. And he's the son of the one of the founders of Hamas, the Palestinian group. And there's disagreements about well, now, I mean, they're terrorists, but so Hamas, the sort of one of the major Palestinian militant group was the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization. And that was the 70s. That was Yasser Arafat with his kafia. That's something people recognize. And so Hamas was forming in the 1980s, and was so there was enmity between Hamas and the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization. And so one of the things that was interesting is that this guy hated, I mean, he was anti-Hamas. He felt that Arafat really sold out his people. Many people agree with him. He thought Arafat was a murderer. And so his father the was a spiritual leader, and the book gave me, I think, the most understanding of how spiritual leaders condone how assassinations. And he said that he always describes his father as like a very gentle, spiritual man. I mean, he'd like, okay, this is like Arab culture. He'd like, help his wife with the housework and stuff. And so his dad was imprisoned a lot when he was growing up, but he was a leader. He said that his dad did not directly wasn't directly involved in bombings and attacks, but it was okay with him because of the bigger goal. So Mossab Hassan Youssef became a spy for the Israeli government. So he lived in the West Bank, and this was a book he wrote like 20 years ago. I'm waiting for I have his new book on hold at the library. I learned about this guy because I was seeing him interviewed more because of the current war in Gaza. And so he was a young Palestinian and was dragged to jail for not doing anything. And what he saw when he was in prison was Hamas leaders abusing their own communities. And so he felt that Hamas was doing more damage to Palestinians than not more, but that he felt that by working with Israel, that was how he could protect his own people. So because he was so close, I mean, he was his father's driver and bodyguard. He was, he would find out where there were going to be bombings and notify the Israeli army, who could show up and prevent the bombings. So it was fascinating. I mean, it was like, because it was, I mean, spies. I mean, how could you be more of a double agent? I mean, he was the son of the big man. Everybody trusted him. And then he became really close with his Israeli contact. And so a lot in a book like this, a lot is left out, basically. It's gonna have to be, because so much of this is gonna be classified. But it was a real interesting character study, and for him, it was seeing how it was being in prison and seeing. Yeah, I mean, as I said, that was what did it for him. That was what made him feel that Hamas was hurting Palestinians, which is pretty much agreed by just about everybody. And at one point, the Israeli government was assisting Hamas in order to destabilize the other groups. So I don't know. I mean, I think sometimes, I mean, it all comes down to just some stuff. It's all just who's are the powerful individuals in groups, and they're all conniving with each other, basically. So I'm looking forward to the next book. So anyway, I mean, he sought asylum in the United States, and his family he's clearly estranged from his family, or he was when this book was written. But it really gave me, I'm gonna have to read it again. I felt like I understood more why, I don't know. I understood more why the state of Israel is continuing to bomb Gaza. I mean, I don't understand, but I do understand in a way that they haven't, they really, it's a war. To see that, I mean, Hamas really doesn't even care about their own. It just showed that, okay, well, Hamas doesn't really even care about their own people. And that was what turned this guy away. So you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'll send Age the link.
I actually sent them the link, but you can send it to them again just in case.
With my comrade, I be with my comrades. I be moving with my comrades. We be talking about big cash. We be rolling up hella grass. No numbers, you don't know the math. I be moving with my comrades. We be rolling up hella grass. We be talking about big cash. You don't know the numbers, no math. I'm so bossy, fool, get off me. Not about the chips, man, you lost me. Invest in funds and stocks and shit. I need big house, big rent, big chips, big dip. You can catch me doing what I do like every day. On the hustle, like getting it like every way. I need 7 hustles for my meal to stack. I'm off up in the back. I'm trying to count some racks. I'm trying to blow some packs. I got the wood by the pack. And you can play this high level. It'll blow out your back. The game kinda crazy, tragic. I work this shit like magic. Mr. Houdini, trying to unlock Kundalini. Got girls coming out of bras and bikinis. Need the land dog, you could keep the Lamborghini. 707 Lounge, you should have seen me. Moving with my comrades. We be talking about big cash. We be rolling up hella grass. No numbers, you don't know the math. I be moving with my comrades. We be rolling up hella grass. We be talking about big cash. You don't know the numbers, no math. Break it down, roll it up, let's do the math, talk numbers, talk bucks. When it come to the game, you ain't fucking with me. Call me Mr. Do It All, man, I come with a fee. I got them beats, got the graphics, got the videos. If you need dope fits, nigga, I can give you those. If you want the dope shit, email, give me those. I be in the loud house, all in the studio, smoking on the loud puff. Nigga, that's the loud stuff. You can fuck with us, RBR, man. You could just miss us with the sucker shit. Yeah, we be up to shit. You could see me moving on up, but no George, no Wheezy. Hard working nigga like Wheezy. Chestnut checkers, I don't need you to king me. Yeah, one step at a time. But you know one thing, that a nigga on this grind, and I'm moving with my comrades. We be talking about big cash. We be rolling up hella grass. be moving with my comrades. We be rolling up hella grass. We be talking about big cash. You don't know the numbers, no math.
Anna, you in the building? Anna.
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right. We are back, y'all.
All right. Okay. I Age should be coming on. I texted, messaged, and emailed. So
Jizzle.
yeah. Yeah. Um okay, so I read the memoir by Whitney Houston's girlfriend, Robin Crawford. It's that, because there were always rumors about her and Whitney Houston through like Whitney Houston's entire career. And the trippy thing was they were lovers, they were girlfriends for like a year or so. Like they were real young when they met, they were teenagers and they were girlfriends. And then when Whitney was starting out her music career, they split up because Whitney just didn't want to take the risk of all the rumors. And she also felt guilty because of her, traditional Christian background or something. So basically what I thought was, and so Robin Crawford was her assistant and worked with her for many, many years and traveled with her. They were really close. But what was wild to me is, man, like they had this one brief relationship just gave rumors for Whitney Houston's entire life. So yeah, it just sounded like such a showbiz thing, or just, her whole somebody hits it really huge, big, and their whole family is like living off them. And yeah,
Yep. Everybody comes out the woodwork then.
they sure do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and just just so messed up on drugs. And so yeah, but really, I mean, it was such a, I mean, and it was everybody knew, but it was just such, I mean, I think especially, I was like, oh man, I felt like, okay, you had this brief relationship, but then you're still like around each other for all these years. Like, why even bother to deny? Um, Okay, and I read the memoir by Ted Bundy's cousin. I talked about that last time, didn't I?
I don't think I heard that about Ted
Oh, okay.
Bundy's cousin.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so she put out a memoir, and I read about it, the article somewhere, and she felt that after all this time and after who knows how many books and TVs and all that stuff has been made about Bundy, she felt that it was time that she wanted to, basically. So, I mean, she seemed to me like a pretty cool lady because she could have cashed in all these years, and she didn't want to. And also more, I think now that of her family members have passed away, but so it's less painful. Um, so Ted Bundy was her cousin, and she spent a lot of time with him. He came to live in the same town as her. Um, I think maybe she was like 12 or something. So he was a little bit older, and he was like people have described him, just charming and charismatic or whatever, like people wanted to be people wanted to be around him. And she lived in the same, she lived in the U District. She lived in the same neighborhood. And I know that area so well too. That was, I mean, that was near where I grew up. That neighborhood. And so she wrote a lot about the neighborhood because she was going to college at the University of Washington and he killed a couple of University of Washington students and she knew them. And so she said that one night that she describes this night because he spent a lot of time with her and her friends and they were close and her brother too. And so she said that he was dancing with one of her friends one night and she saw this look on his face that he looked like somebody different. She didn't recognize him and that that she called out his name and that he like sort of like snapped to attention and looked like himself again and then left quickly. And she thinks he killed somebody that night. But it was, so that was, I mean, she remembered it later, but I mean, that was only time anything ever, she ever noticed anything amiss. And they would even joke about it because it was the murderer, it was known that the murderer drove a VW bug and Ted Bundy had a VW bug and they'd like joke about it. I mean, there were tons of those cars around at that time. So she was in Alaska and got a call from and she was on a like fishing ship. So it was really poor reception. And so she got a call from her family and was scared that something gone wrong. And they told her that Ted had been arrested and charged with the murders and that she just thought like, oh no, she just thought it was impossible. And so she met him after that and she said that she kept sort of what made her think that he did it was that he liked the attention so much that he wasn't even bothered. It didn't even bother him that people thought that he was this killer. So she said that, so she tells this story about people like surrounding him and him saying, I'm Ted Bundy. And that's when she thought he did it. And that was like early, I mean, and that was before the trials and all that. So I mean, then she was scared of him. When he escaped from prison, she was scared he'd come to where she and her family were. And so she was writing to him trying to get him to well, say sorry or to give up more information. And then her brother said that her brother used to go hiking with Ted. And so the sheriff came and asked if they could speak with him and he agreed and he didn't really know he asked them they asked him to take him to all the places that him and Ted went. So they spent like a day doing this and then later on, I mean, he realized that that was how they recovered bodies. That he'd been with Ted Bundy while Bundy was scouting locations, basically. So she just was really, I mean, it was just traumatizing for their family and just they felt she had like the girls that were killed in Washington were friends with were roommates with a friend of her. So that was just wild. And so she says that they can't talk about it. I mean, that she's still in touch with people that knew her cousin back then. So I mean, she thought about going to see him, but didn't. But she said that he was always somebody that he always lied, that he was always kind of trying to be somebody that he wasn't, and that he was attracted to her family, her as cousins, and spent a lot of time with them because her dad was a professor. So musician, so he felt that they were more like high class or whatever than his branch of the family. Um, so, I mean, I think people definitely have a right to tell their own story after all these years. This is kind of wild. Okay, there's this guy um that Tom Phillips, his name. There's this guy that's a fugitive in New Zealand. It's really with his three daughters, and he's been living in the backwoods. And I mean, it's terrible. It's like a custody case, and he's kind of deranged, but he's like a survivalist. He's been hiding in like the woods in New Zealand, but he knows how to hunt. And so but there's suspicions that people are helping him, because if you're part of a culture of people sort of like living off the grid, they don't want it to. There was an interview and people were like, we're not going to turn him in, it's horrible. I mean, he took the kids from their mom, and then so there's this. I found
So
out.
did he run away with the kids?
Yeah, three little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's horrible. Yeah, I mean, the fucker go live off the grid if you want to, but he took his kids. Um, so there was a um a sighting, and some kids were like on their property deep in the woods, and they saw this tall person walking with these single file with these three smaller figures behind him in backpacks, like following him, like in a line. It was just so creepy and sad. That is not what kids are supposed to be doing. So, I mean, he's robbed a bank. It's also weird that they can't, I mean, how hard could it be to I mean, there's like heat sensing thermal stuff. There's drones. I just don't see how the wilderness can be so remote that you cannot find somebody for that long. And like, do they set fires? And so, but yeah, they're just living off of. I don't think many people could really do that in this day and age, but that is horrible. Kids should not be living like that. I think I partially one of the reasons Scott Burton. I watched a documentary about Martha Stewart, because I kind of remember, she was what it said was that she was like the first influencer. I mean, I remember when her magazines were coming out. It was just interesting to think about that time of that period of media, and magazines were everything. And so she had that, and she had her TV show, but she just was, she'd been a stockbroker, but she just apparently had always really liked cooking and kind of homemaking and making things nice. And so she was like one of the first, she was like the first woman to do it this way, like not, she wasn't just, because I think there were people that there was like cooks and stuff. There are people like showing up recipes, but she was promoting a lifestyle. And now that's what everybody does on Instagram. But back then, there was no such thing. So, and then she's, and you know, and then she got sent to prison for bullshit. And so then they showed her on comedy. I guess, I mean, she'd be a billionaire now. I mean, it's insane how much money she lost going to being sent to prison. But so I guess when she got out of prison, she was figuring out how to make a comeback. And that's when she went on Comedy Central. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so there was, I guess, she got roasted by Kevin Hart, and that's where she met Snoop Dogg. Because you've seen the thing. I mean, she's like known, he's like gone on her show and stuff. They're buddies. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's where she met him. I mean, people thought that one of the jokes was like there's the whole stage is full of rappers and Martha Stewart's done more jail time. But I guess people really I mean people really saw that she had a sense of humor about it, and so Snoop Dogg and some of them just brought her to a completely new audience. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she was a model when she was younger. I mean, she was beautiful. And then, she was on Wall Street, and, um, so yeah, so it was a Netflix documentary. So then she was critical of it. She said that it made it that there was too much in there about the prison. I mean, it's interesting to see all the footage from back then. That's what I like the most, the footage of her shows and all of that, and what was going on. Wow. Okay, so this was there last week. There were kind of some craziness in Amsterdam. There were attacks on the Israeli football team. And I kept I saw it. So I was looking to see why it didn't get more publicity, because I actually found it pretty scary that it was just kind of random mobs, basically. It was like random people out on the street attacking Israelis. And so apparently, I mean, I was trying, this football team has a reputation of being pretty rowdy. And so their fans like are kind of, cause trouble where they go. But so that's where part of it started, I guess, like some of their football fans had pulled down a Palestinian flag, but and they were just generally being like assholes, but they wouldn't observe a moment of silence for something or other. But then, I mean, I guess after because people are in a strange city, and then after the game, a bunch of people were attacked. There were just mobs, just random mob, except they're coordinated, because they can all stay coordinated on their cell phone. So it was just like groups of people, and that was pretty scary, because I mean, the fact that it's taking place right in Amsterdam, I mean, right in a place that the Nazis conquered, and it, yeah, it just really disturbed me, because that's just, I don't know, that's how a lot of stuff starts, and it didn't. So yeah, I'm really surprised that there wasn't more attention paid to that. I mean, this is not it's this is not ripping down posters. Sometimes I feel like there's more or yelling at people, I mean, I feel like there's more coverage. I felt like there was more coverage of things that weren't even really that scary. Because that's scary, I guess. When you have like mobs roaming the street at night, that's really scary. And like the protesters yelling insults and all that, that's bad. And then of course, like, I mean, there's shootings, but and then well, one of the things that's really keeping it going is the good old violent internet. So there was okay, so there's moderators that are supposed to be and do catch dangerous content when it's reported. So there was a documentary that I was reading about. It's on British TV. I can't see but it was interviewing moderators, and they all get terrible. I mean, a lot of them have to leave the field because their mental health suffers because like their whole job is looking at horrible things. And one of them they're called the keepers of souls because the amount of footage they see containing the final moments of people's lives. So I think about that because you think about when you report something and, there's so much terrible stuff that goes on the internet. And so there's always like complaining about how does this happen? How does this happen? It's reported, but there's people. I mean, it's weird that it seems like they get stuff wrong a lot, but I mean, I don't know. It seems like I guess it's still done a lot by people, even though it's something that that AI could do. But that's horrible because I remember reading about that happening to like FBI agents that work on child pornography, and that they have to there's people whose entire job is going on going on the dark web or whatever, trying to catch people that are doing these things. So that means that are, like the images and all that is circulated on the dark web. So in order to catch them, you have to look at it yourself. So that's a horrible job to have. So I was waiting because I thought we might get more into like the current events of Semplit's age got on here, but okay. What the fuck, America?
Let's go on a music break.
Okay.
And let's see, I'm gonna play a few songs.
Okay.
And let's give it about 10 minutes and let's see if anybody comes on in that time.
Okay.
And then we'll start getting into the current events.
Okay.
All right, y'all. And it's Global History Radio Night, y'all. Let's go.
It's gonna be. She gon' make it clap. I'ma show a stack. She gon' throw it back. I'ma blow a rag. Lemon pepper wings. We bout to smoke a pad. Drinking the Coke and Jack on my open tab. I like to see my independent women winning. Get it, flip it, spend it. Stay about your business and your benefits. She way up there, getting dizzy spinning. She ready to make that ass drop any minute. Niggas be Superman, Captain Kirk, and the waitress is serving. It's working, literally niggas be bitter for weeds. Cause all you got from her is some glitter on your cheek. She made a phony plan for a lonely man, so he dropped 40 bands on her OnlyFans. He had dreams of holding hands on the sand. Should've listened to your homie. Damn, she on that pole again.
Drop it down low, yeah, mop out her chips. Get her stacks every night, little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. She can spot, she can drop it down low, yeah, mop out her chips. Get her stacks every night, little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot it, yeah. Thunderstorm, when I'm in the building, bring a few bottles. Yeah, I'm chillin', hit the stage and watch her clap it. Draw them goons, little mama a magnet. Top shelf, she don't do them lames. She'll break them pockets. It's not a game. Want a mouth off? She dustin' and disgusting. Better play them cards right. I wouldn't trust it. She can drop it down low. Yeah, mop out her chips. Get her stacks every night. Little baby ain't about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot, she can drop it down low. Yeah, mop out her chips, get her stacks every night. Little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot, yeah.
Blessing. You've given me more than I've ever had. Now I'm so sad.
See me, I'm from a bloodline of hustlers, heir to the streets, either respected, loved, hated, or fit in the streets. Don't want no problems, but I leave your ass a smear in the streets. Only the strong survive, if you weak, we delete. Mission complete, I'm born of innocence, but a villain. Been through a whole bunch of shit just to get my hands on some millions. Just a civilian, until you get to playing with me. And then you find I got that ESO-AK up in me. My whole mindset is money, make some and invest it. It busts a whole lot of moves just to taste the succession. Been denied by my people, each and every last one of y'all. Obviously, I don't need none of y'all. Watch me, baby, I'm a ball. Teach you how to be a billionaire. And if I don't make it, fucking yeah, I'll be a millionaire. I'm from the ghetto where the children end up being killers, yeah. And boy, if we ain't careful in them streets of killers, yeah.
All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm meal in the smalls on my back. And so all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross great, close range? Good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm meal in the smalls on my back. And so all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life, though. You ever cross great, close range? Good night, bro.
Your parents to managers, just post-traumatic situations, permanent damages. We all want to be gangsters, but we just amateurs. It's us against these police niggas that want to hammer us. Dear Mr. President, what in the fuck you thinking? Poverty was a plan put together by y'all. Let that sink in. The ghetto was created for black people. We hated. Our children are cremated once they have been sedated. Education is the lowest. There's no room to debate it. The welfare is the trap. The healthcare ain't the greatest. You can't persuade us. Minimum wage, it ain't gonna pay us. That's how we end up hustlers, gangsters and players. Cause ain't nobody laying down. Broke stomachs on empty. Got too many mouths to feed. Don't wanna tempt me. My hustle is whatever my struggles not. Started out the Ant-Man. Now your boy's the goddamn juggernaut. I was taught to hug the block, tug and squeeze, bust the Glock. Never give up, easy, keep running, nigga. Fuck cops. Gotta get
your money, it's real. You gotta get your money, it's real. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm healing the smalls of my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life. Though you ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm healing the smalls of my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life. Though you ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. It's back when y'all was riding bikes, busting willies. I was out here teaching niggas how to grind. Sideways, so you suckers teaching rappers how to rhyme. Got this nine coolest tutor teaching niggas how to die. Got this coke, cook it up, teach you how to make it crack. Well, we came from nothing, so I know you could relate to that. Fact is fact, fuck the world, fuck your girl. When I catch you, fuck you think you playing with. I would think you know better. My Beretta say you alter several shots. When I caught you, it's too late for a Dr. Paul. Bearers in the altar, what you need. Once they stuff you in that coffin, point for all that tough talking. The people might have fell for it. My nine knew you was balking. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Even the good die young when they fucking with bruh. I'm about the money. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Even the good die young when they fucking with bruh. I'm about that money. All I ever had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm healing the smalls of my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life. Though you ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro. All I had in this world is my balls and my word. Now I'm healing the smalls of my back. And some all I ever wanted in this world is to live a good life. Though you ever cross grain, close range, good night, bro.
It's time to kick ass or chew gum. And guess what? I'm all out of gum.
I hope the crick in the neck is a fixable issue. Keep the tools in the back so I don't worry when I miss you. You know my personality, I can't let go. My mom used to let me put my gum up on the bedpost overnight, so in the morning I chew, don't wanna miss it. I'll probably need a couple billings at the next visit, so I can keep living. I got it so comfy. My favorite thing in life is that my family is lovely. Bumpy roads call for shocks and patience. So save up all your money where you are, where you at for the foods. You'll need a little bite for a little bit of fuel. They know you, you know them's in the mind, but you can't get away. They wanna talk into the nighttime. I wish I loved it all, but the ball is empty. Far from the friends. Sometimes I wanna get so far away, like I'd be complacent. Then I'd reach the place that some people say is easy to obtain. When I don't understand, I just don't understand the way. But I'm starting to realize the good in that. There's good in everything, you know? Of all the mangling, of all the tangling up, forget the dumb game, cause I'm not playing it. Perfection, aggression, on the brink of making it right. Taking it back, making a map to get the green lights. Seems right when it's my favorite, my way. But I gotta learn it's all about the shades of gray. Mixing up the sheer black, brushing back to back. I got the knack to rap, and I don't lack the plaque. Here's a fact for the vacant little spot up in the top. Pat, I'm dirty, never flat, like your first car's floor mats. I'm yelling more bap, the boom is fine. Let me intertwine, recombine an entry not so classified. Asking why I could rock a beat with a bagpipe. I analyze and occupy, and so I don't capsize. To me, they don't act right. That's why I flick the graphite. I wanna push a pedal, but I can't avoid the gas. Sometimes I wanna get so far away, like I'd be complacent. Then I'd reach the place that some people say is easy to obtain. When I don't understand, I just don't understand the way.
Building. Anna.
Yeah. Hey.
We are back, y'all.
Okay. That age fell asleep.
That's what I'm thinking too, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. Um, he's got his class going on and everything. So yeah, yeah. He was down, Age was at the farmer's market yesterday, like passing out flyers for his class, and he is a good promoter. I went into one of the stores and then I was asking my friend um if she knew about it. She's like, "Oh, that guy came in. He's so nice." So I was like, his stuff was everywhere. So yeah, it was open studio. And then our friend Mila and Tamala had they did up the salon for open studio. That was something. Oh my
Oh,
God.
how was that?
It was amazing. They had so much stuff because they've taken her art and now they have all this different merchandise. Like there's socks and journals with Mila's art, and coasters. I'm visiting my brother this week, so I bought some coasters to bring for a housewarming present
Nice,
for
nice.
him, and puzzles. So yeah, besides the art that you like hang up. So yeah, it was quite something, man. Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So what a week. Oh my God.
Yeah, let's get to the nitty gritty.
Okay, you first.
Nope, you're the host. I'm gonna let
You're
you
the
do
host
the
too.
honors.
Well, I'm not surprised, basically. I mean, all this stuff, um, one of my Facebook posts, I thought that was that was pretty good. The fact that the fact that they sent out Kamala Harris to she had 107 days. And I think her being treated that way is it's more about the racism and sexism of the Democratic Party. We know about the Republican Party, but there was no fucking way. I mean, I almost think that um it takes when you're running you announce 2 years in advance, at least before you're going to run for president. And so basically Biden has just fucked his legacy, you know? I mean, he would have gone down, as far as I'm concerned, well, with me anyway, I mean, he would have gone down in history as a very effective president. He got laws passed, he got bills passed, he got us out of COVID. But he shouldn't have I mean, people just can't let go of power. And, you could be like, hey, dude, come on. It's like you wanted to be president your whole life. You got your term, go retire. You go to the beach. And he thought he was like he was going to run again. Like you're going to run for reelection.
Wait,
And
wait, who's running for Biden?
well, no, what I'm saying is
Oh,
should have said Kamala should have started her campaign 2 years ago. He should have said he should have said that he was only going to serve one term. Um, Basically, because it should have been known, because then she could have a whole lot of people just didn't even know who she was still.
got it.
And he put her in charge of the border, which is basically an unsolvable problem. Well, and she didn't the border was a really big concern for a lot of people. It was I don't really, I mean, not for me, but I mean, the economy and the border was a major concern. So great, like put her and again, I mean, it never, I mean, I've talked about it before. I mean, it's bullshit that they didn't go to the border. I mean, how can they, that's just stupid. So, um, I think that just, you know how, it gets heated up, blah, blah, you know, of course you get these you get these like, there's this idea of the campaign heating up and, you know, we need this much to take New Hampshire or whatever to take Pennsylvania. But I think that, I think a, I think a lot of people's minds were made up from the beginning. I really think not, I don't think many people are going to change, we're going to change their minds. I think what needed to happen for Kamala to win was for more women to register to vote. Because I think that I think people that don't vote that were the ones that could have but I mean it takes time. It takes time. People, I think that there were people that could have connected with her, that people that don't vote because they don't feel connected to the process. And that takes time. You know, it's not like, because I mean, it's not simple. It's not like people are just going to be like, oh, a black woman's running, I'm going to go register. But they should have been getting to know her for the past 2 years. And then people are really mad that there wasn't a Democratic primary. And so that pissed people off. So, um, you know, and they were fucking stupid, man. Like what, Biden's appointed one Supreme Court justice. That means that you know, this is gonna be known as the Trump Supreme Court, basically. So, you know, I mean, I think there were people that there were people that switch parties because they don't want boys playing on the girls' soccer teams. And in a way, I mean, I would, with the elections, I just I understand it more. I mean, I think if I were a parent, want I might switch my vote for that if I was a parent. You know, you're looking at a big part of your kid's life, and I can definitely see that. And I would be more, you know, to me, I would be more concerned about whether my kid could play safely on the team. Because I mean, girls get injured when they have boys on their teams. Um, I'd be more concerned about that, and I would just make sure personally, I would just make sure my kid knew about birth control. But so I'm not surprised. I mean, I think that it's been happening since 2012. It's been happening since the Tea Party. And that was the beginning of MAGA. And I think that the Democratic Party just became more and more elitist. And that, you know, they came up, you know, what, like, who the fuck did they think they were gonna please with their fucking trans kids thing again? Like, who's gonna be impressed? And you know, I mean, I cannot reconcile the fact of anybody voting against Kamala because of Gaza. I mean, I just I don't believe that. I mean, um, you know, I mean, yeah, she should have distanced herself from Biden, but the fact that anybody could be that stupid, I mean, she's made the most pro-Palestinian statements of anyone. Um, but what I realized, I mean, when I was looking at the election the past several days, I'm like, what? The Clintons are out campaign. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, come on. If they didn't do any good in 2016, what's gonna make people think they are gonna still be out? What I realized was like, there's no um I mean, I don't think Obama gave a shit really. He would have been out there more earlier. And, Michelle Obama was like, she did one appearance in Texas with Beyonce. And like, who the fuck care? That is just all show. Don't go to Texas. You're not gonna, Texas is gonna vote red. And when will the Democrats realize that people don't care that much? People don't care about people listen to Beyonce's music. It doesn't mean that they care about who she endorses for president. And, you know, Beyonce, Bruce Springsteen, I'm like, they still have these fucking celebrities. Why haven't they learned? Hillary had celebrities up the butt and it didn't make any difference. So,
I don't think the celebrity thing works as good as it used to.
no, no. I mean, I really, it's funny because as elitist, I think to me, it's like it just shows the elitism, like, oh yeah, those people are so dumb, they're gonna like vote how musicians vote. Well, no, I think people could make up their own minds, I don't think that makes any difference, and they should just and but what I realized is so lame, or how dead and decimated this party is like, why wasn't AOC out campaigning for Kamala? I mean, and for Biden, why aren't any of the young leaders out campaigning for him at all? You never saw them. Like, it's like who the fuck cares? Like, Bill Clinton is going to talk to people. Why not? Like, I mean, I can members of Congress that have Twitter and Instagram followers. So whoever the people are just fucking stupid, and our world is just not, America was an experiment, and it's not that old, and it's an experiment that didn't work. You look at the country, and so you look at how small the blue state area is. And I mean, if I were just now started looking at it, I'd just be like, well, who are these blue people? Why does anybody even care what they think? Okay, your turn. Okay. And then of course, who's gonna come on after the election and shit on Kamala. You know who? I don't want to say his name. You say it.
You think so? I know who you're thinking. If it's who I think you think, you think he's gonna
It is. Yes.
burn dog?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes. Fucking burn dog.
I don't think burn dog better not do that.
He did. He said that Kamala and the Democrats had lost the working class. Like, okay, if your ass was any good, you would have won in 2016 or 2020. Why the fuck is he still getting on TV? That's what makes me, and it's
I don't understand if why don't he just run again? Why don't he try and run again?
He's ran twice for president.
Yeah, but he never got it.
You think? Well, who knows? Maybe he'll run in. Well, he ran for the Senate again. I mean, he was reelected.
I'm just saying, like, if he's tripping so much, why don't he just
because he does
again?
Because he just would rather like run his mouth. I mean, I'm like, fuck him. I mean, you really think that you think that like somebody with Kamala's life experience and career he has no fucking right to be talking about the working class. Like I mean, his working idea of the working class is 40 years old. So, and he still thinks that the working class is just white people too. So yeah. And so, and
Burn dog.
he's another pathetic one too. Like, I mean, he ran like, I mean, he talks about like all I mean, he is the ultimate thing that he talks about all this entrenched Washington power, but he just ran again to be in the Senate so he could be one of them. I think it just but it shows how out of touch the liberal media is. And I know I sound like I was watching some of the election night coverage, and they were surprised. I mean, I don't know, they just seemed comments just seemed to show that they were really out of touch. Like, why are you like, okay, well, no wonder people feel alienated if you're just gonna keep putting this old jerk on TV. Like, I know not everybody hates him like I do, but you need to get new thinkers in there. You need to, and so like they won't, when I was on Twitter, I was constantly tagging them to report, like, I'm like, fuck you, Rachel Maddow. They don't support, they don't have any of the leaders in the women's sports issues on liberal media. I mean, you just show how, and people would be I mean, I'd have to try and like edit posts and figure out how to make comments, because I couldn't really post articles on my Facebook because people would start like bitching and moaning that it was from Fox News. Well, Fox News covers it and other places don't. And so yeah, no wonder people thinks they are out of touch. They are. So yeah, I mean, and and then here in Vallejo, I was really proved. I thought that um, I yeah, well, Vallejo has a new mayor who I did not think was going to be the mayor. I thought she was going to get her ass kicked. Um, and there were three so there were two people ahead, and then there were two more people running, and so people were saying like, oh, people were saying that they shouldn't run, that they'll take votes. And I think that um I just said, well, if it's that close, then they are shitty candidate, or I said something like that. But the the candidate that came in third got 4,000 votes, which is really impressive for. So I was telling people I think he won basically because I mean, he wasn't going to win mayor, but he did such a good. I just think he did so well. I think he pulled votes. I think that he pulled votes from the person that came in second, because I thought she was going to win easily. I think that he pulled votes from her, but um, I mean, she's somebody who I like, but she's been in this town a long time, and people give her a lot of shit, and I think she's better off moving on. So, but yeah, she was a cool lady. I don't like the woman that was elected for mayor. I was glad my landlady was her campaign treasurer and was one of the people backing her campaign. So I never really said anything about it personally, but my landlady put up a sign for her in my front yard, because I mean, it is her house. So I put up another sign next to it for a different candidate in a different district, because I just didn't want just Andrea's sign there. And somebody was saying to me like, oh yeah, we're the only, I saw you, well, I'm the other house on your block with Andrea's source sign. I'm thinking like, yeah.
Anna was like, so.
Well, I can't, I mean, it's not like my landlady would be horrified if she knew I didn't support, it would not enter her head that I don't support Andrea, and, I love, she's, um, yeah, but change is afoot in Vallejo. I was doing some, behind the scenes moving and shaking, which I was pretty happy with. So yeah. So I think I'm ready to start winding down.
Me too, whenever you are.
Okay. Stay on for a minute after we go off air. Please. But okay, everybody. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back next week with guests.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. Okay. Night.
Night, everybody. Let's see, hold on. I am not off yet. Come on here. Hold on. It's a little different now.